Imagine opening your odometer and seeing 1 million, not in price, but in miles driven. Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. And the best part? Anyone can do it, even if your car isn't in its best shape right now. The biggest lie in the automotive world is that a good car is one that takes a beating. The truth is, if it takes it, it's because it's been pushed to its limits. Here's the secret. No repair shop wants you to know. Reaching 1 million miles with the same engine isn't about luck. It's about strategy and discipline. You don't need to be a mechanic. You don't need to spend a fortune. Just apply certain habits and maintenance routines that 90% of drivers completely ignore. In the next few minutes, you'll discover simple, yet powerful, practices that can turn an average car into a long-lasting engine capable of defying time. If you're ready to break myths and learn how to save thousands, let's go. 1. Fuel injector cleaning, restoring engine precision. Fuel injectors are like the needles of a Swiss watch, working with surgical precision to make sure your engine breathes and feeds properly. Over time, carbon deposits, varnish, and microscopic dirt from fuel start clogging the injector's tiny spray holes. This disrupts the fine mist pattern your engine depends on, leading to poor combustion, rough idle, loss of power, and higher fuel consumption. Think about it. A single injector can fire thousands of times per minute. If even one nozzle is partially clogged, the whole engine's performance suffers. That's why cleaning them, ideally with ultrasonic technology, is such a powerful form of preventive maintenance. Ultrasonic cleaning uses high-frequency sound waves in a special solution to break up stubborn deposits inside the injector body, restoring its factory spray pattern. Skipping this can be costly. A set of new injectors can run $300 to $800 or more. A professional cleaning, maybe $80 to $150 for all of them. And the fuel savings alone can pay for the service within months. Real-life example. One driver I worked with saw a 15% improvement in fuel economy and said his car came alive again after cleaning. It's the difference between breathing through a clear straw versus one clogged with sugar. You feel it instantly. Pro tip: use high-quality fuel and add a fuel system cleaner every 5,000 to 7,000 miles to slow down buildup between deep cleanings. But remember, additives are like mouthwash. Ultrasonic cleaning is the dental deep clean that actually restores performance. 2. Cooling system. The engine's invisible heart. If your engine is the body, the cooling system is its circulatory system, keeping everything at the right temperature so parts don't overheat and self-destruct. Without it, that million-mile dream dies quickly. Here's what most people don't realize. An overheated engine doesn't just stop. It can warp the cylinder head, blow the head gasket, and ruin internal seals, turning a $150 coolant service into a $3,000 plus repair bill. A healthy cooling system does 3 critical things. Circulates coolant to absorb excess heat from the engine. Transfers heat to the radiator, where it's released into the air. Maintains pressure so the boiling point of the coolant stays high, preventing vapor bubbles that cause hot spots. Over time, coolant breaks down, losing its ability to prevent rust and scale buildup inside the radiator, heater core, and water pump. These deposits act like cholesterol in arteries, restricting flow and causing the engine to run hotter, even if the gauge looks normal. That's why a complete flush every 5 years with demineralized water and quality coolant is critical. Simply topping off is a common mistake. It's like adding fresh juice to a moldy jug. You need to clear the old fluid and contaminants before adding new. Signs you're due for service. Coolant looks brown, rusty, or cloudy. Temperature gauge runs higher than usual. Heater blows weakly in winter. Sweet smell from under the hood. Even new cars aren't immune. In fact, modern engines often run hotter for efficiency, meaning any cooling issue escalates faster. Skipping maintenance here is like running a marathon with a blocked artery. You might make it for a while, but failure is inevitable. Pro tip: always use the exact coolant type your manufacturer specifies. Mixing types can cause gel-like sludge that clogs the system. And if you want to go further, replace the radiator cap every 5 years. It's a $10 part that controls system pressure and prevents boiling. 3. Suspension lubrication, protecting your ride's joints. Many drivers have never even heard of suspension lubrication, and that's where the problem starts. Every pothole, every speed bump is a hit that adds up over time. With simple preventive maintenance, greasing the joints every 60,000 miles, you keep the suspension from working dry. It's like putting lotion on your knees before running a marathon. Wear goes down, movement gets smoother. If your car doesn't come with grease fittings from the factory, that's no excuse. There are kits you can easily have installed at any trusted shop. The benefit isn't just technical, you'll feel it behind the wheel. Less noise, more comfort, and sharper steering. All of that adds to your car's lifespan, and every bit of care like this is another solid step toward 1,000,000 miles. 4. Oil catch can, stopping engine contamination before it starts. In turbo engines, there's a silent enemy. Oil vapors recirculating into the intake, gumming everything up from the inside. That's where the oil catch can comes in. A small tank that traps that gunk before it reaches your valves. It's a small preventive measure that keeps your engine cleaner inside and pushes you closer to that 1,000,000-mile goal. Installation doesn't require a lab. You can do it at home with some patience or have a shop handle it. Every time you empty that can and see the sticky mess you kept out of your engine, you'll understand its value. It's like adding an extra filter for your health, only here, the health is your engine's, and the payoff is in performance, efficiency, and lifespan. 5. Ground connections. Small details, big problems. Ground connections are like those old friends who don't draw attention, but when they fail, everything falls apart. One rusty point can cause dashboard lights to flicker, starting problems, and other mysterious issues. Checking and cleaning these connections is fast, cheap, and essential preventive maintenance for keeping your engine running toward 1,000,000 miles. Pro tip: disconnect the cable. Gently sand the contact until it shines. Apply dielectric grease and tighten it back down. This prevents conductivity loss and keeps you free from those phantom failures even seasoned mechanics struggle to pinpoint. It's like boosting your home Wi-Fi signal. Suddenly, everything runs smoother and more reliably. 6. Turbo care, avoiding the heat shock. The turbo is a masterpiece of engineering, but it's also a heat generator on steroids. After a long trip or steep climb, its shaft can be spinning at over 150,000 revolutions per minute and glowing red hot. Shutting the engine off immediately is like pulling a pizza out of the oven and tossing it in the freezer. The shock is brutal. Waiting just 1 minute before shutting down is preventive care that extends its life and keeps you on track to 1,000,000 miles. If you want full convenience, a turbo timer can automate the process, but discipline works just as well. That extra minute keeps the oil circulating, cooling, and protecting critical parts. Think of it like letting an athlete cool down after a sprint. They perform better and get injured less. 7. Transmission oil. The lifetime myth. The famous lifetime transmission oil is a bedtime story for mechanics and a wake-up call for your wallet. No fluid can withstand the heat, pressure, and friction inside a gearbox forever. Changing it on time is preventive maintenance that prevents costly wear and keeps your drivetrain smooth until that million-mile mark. For automatics, aim for every 40 to 50,000 miles. For manuals, 60 to 75,000 miles. Don't just drain and refill, replace the filter, and use the exact spec from the manufacturer. It's like giving your body the exact diet it needs. Performance improves, breakdowns fade away. 8. Anti-corrosion protection. Fighting rust before it wins. Rust is the silent thief that works 24/7 without asking permission. It starts underneath, in places you rarely check, and by the time you notice, it's already eating into the structure. Washing the underbody every 3 months and applying anti-corrosion treatment is preventive maintenance that keeps you safe and moving toward a million miles without structural scares. If you live near the coast, in humid areas, or where salt is used on the roads, this isn't optional. It's vital. Treatments like protective wax or fluid film create a barrier that blocks rust from taking hold. It's like putting a raincoat on your car before stepping into a storm, all to keep it strong and reliable for years to come. 9. OBD. 2. Monitoring hearing problems before they happen. An OBD2 scanner is like a stethoscope for your car. It listens to what's going on inside before problems show on the outside. Plugging it in and checking data with an app is preventive maintenance that lets you act early, save money, and keep a long-lasting engine rolling toward that million miles. Even without warning lights, it can spot subtle issues that, if ignored, would land you in the shop. The investment is minimal, and the learning curve is worth it. Imagine catching a worn oxygen sensor before it ruins your catalytic converter. It's like spotting a leak at home before it floods the place, a small step that avoids a big, expensive mess. 10. Driving habits and discipline, the real million-mile secret. Hitting a million miles isn't luck, it's habit. Driving smoothly, avoiding unnecessary hard acceleration, and respecting warm-up times are preventive measures that cost nothing but greatly extend your car's life. It's like treating a friend well. The better you care for them, the longer they stick around. Keeping a checklist of maintenance tasks and sticking to it turns what others see as effort into second nature. A ride-share driver I know passed 400,000 miles without opening the engine, simply by acting before things broke. That discipline, repeated day after day, is what separates a car that ages fast from one that runs like new for decades. Reaching a million miles isn't about luck. It's the result of caring for every detail. You don't need the most expensive car or to be a pro mechanic. Just apply what you now know: real preventive maintenance, overlooked checks, and driving habits that respect your machine. Every time you clean injectors, change transmission oil, or protect against corrosion, you're adding life to your long-lasting engine. Most people wait until something breaks to act, but not you. Now you can stay ahead. Flush the cooling system before a leak. Install an oil catch can before the turbo suffers. Check ground connections before an electrical failure. Imagine seeing 1 million on your odometer and knowing it was all thanks to your discipline. So tell me, are you going to wait for the shop to give you the next bad news, or will you take control today? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stick with me. There's a lot more I can teach you to help your car take you farther than you ever thought possible.